Welcome to Boots in Baltimore. I'm Leanne Blanchard. I'm here with Alison Hershberger, co-owner of White Hill Pottery. So, I saw some pottery on the way in. What got you into pottery?
Well, actually, my husband, it kind of would like sometimes to have the story that I dreamed about pottery all my life. And then one day I just pursued it. But honestly, my husband just signed me up. He took a class and he said, it was so much fun, I signed you up too. And he wasn't quite sure that he actually did that. But I told him, yes, I was signed up because it was so much fun. That's how I got into it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's nice that he knows you so well that he knows what you would like.
Yeah.
And now it's become your passion.
Right.
So when you are throwing a pot, the appropriate term is throwing when it's on a wheel.
Yes.
How long does it take you to finish one?
On the wheel, what's the time frame on the wheel?
The whole process.
Okay, the whole process is long, but just on the wheel is 10 minutes. Well, you shouldn't go over 10 minutes. I would say 5 to 10 minutes for just like a mug, the cup for a mug, maybe 2 minutes.
And why?
Because the water is soaking into the clay and it gets weaker as the water is absorbed into the clay. So a good strong piece will be like a fast throw.
I'm not good at it, so I'm not that fast. So what made you start your own business?
Well, you kind of have to support.
You fall in love with pottery.
And then you have to do a lot of pieces to perfect your skill. So you kind of have to have a business. And people were wanting to buy it, and they seemed to like it. So,
well, I've seen some of your pieces, and they are beautiful.
Well,
very well executed.
It took a few years.
That makes sense. So, so how did you come up with? I saw there's a cabinet outside. It's a self-serve curbside cabinet. How'd you come up with that concept?
Well, we moved from Virginia about 4 years ago, and I had a lot of children, babies, and we wanted to sell it at low overhead. And so my husband, once again the dreamer, came up with the idea of putting a cabin in our backyard and having a self-serve. So people would drive into my driveway and do the shopping experience and leave. Well, when we moved here, big city, that model doesn't seem feasible. But he started talking about it again. I was like, no, the porch is fine. Just ring the doorbell and we can do that little exchange. But he persisted, and finally I said, okay, whatever. And it's quite successful.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a cool thing. I think that's very Baltimore to have kind of a unique take, a different approach. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, a lot of people have really liked it. We've had very early transactions, like 4:30 in the morning, I think was the earliest, maybe 10 o'clock at night.
So do people pay first and then the cabinet unlocks, or?
Oh, it's unlocked.
Oh.
No,
it's the honor system.
Yeah, it's the honor system.
Wow.
It's been working. A few pieces have disappeared.
So which pieces are distinctly your style, or how would you describe your style?
Well, that's long in coming. It's probably every potter's thought, like, what's my style? And I think, after 10 years, I should know that, right? But I think I'm really drawn to, and I think my pieces speak of this, a simple, clean line, something that complements, when you think about a vase, you usually put flowers in it. And I want the attention to go
to the flowers.
But you need something, the vase is part of it.
Right, part of the presentation.
Right. And so I admire artists who do lovely work on their pieces. But when it comes down to it, I think I'm just drawn to, I like to look online at the fixer-uppers, and I'm always searching out for that piece of pottery that just completes the room. It doesn't like yell at you, but it's there, and it
enhances.
It speaks in its own way. Yeah. So if that tells you what my style is.
Well, I'll take some pictures so you'll be able to see. So we're in Hamden. We're just up the street from Remington. Why did you pick this location?
Well, there's a school half a mile away that my husband is directing, and we moved from Virginia, from the country, to do that. So the pottery came nearby. The pottery came along, but it actually is a good place for it.
Yeah, it's not quite the arts district, but it's, I think, a really cool neighborhood, and I hope you've been happy here.
Yes, it's been very nice. Yeah, we like it here.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Thank you.
If you'd like to see more of White Hill Pottery, you can stop by and ring the doorbell.
Yes.
You can check out the cabinet curbside, or you also have an online presence.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
I would imagine that it's hard to keep up because the pieces sell.
Right. That's a thing. I don't have time. Maybe someday we'll have a bigger presence there. But I like the in-person. I like when people come to my door. I like to have people handle it. The pictures can.
I'd get the
be
size.
deceiving. Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. So yes, swing by if you're interested. And thank you very much for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
More from Boots in Baltimore soon.